All right, a lot of people traveling. Maybe your students coming back from college as we go into the weekend. I know I've got one on the way back now, another one coming back tomorrow. I'm going to talk about the travel conditions across the southeast in just a second, but our local weather first. And you can see down the road, we've got some really nice weather, but the only hiccup is going to be Wednesday into Thursday. I'm going to talk about that right now. Don't forget to subscribe, by the way, here on the YouTube channel so you'll get notifications, especially when I do a YouTube Live. I've been doing a few of those from home. You'll want to have the 48 First Alert weather app with you throughout the day tomorrow and then again Saturday because we have rain, widespread rain on the way. No severe weather, though. This is just after midnight as we get into Friday morning, and we will not see the 70s again in northeast Alabama. You guys had that throughout the day today, but over in the Florence area, northwest Alabama down to Russellville, you were stuck in the 50s all day, and you're going to be struggling in the 40s early tomorrow morning. Notice the morning commute, 7:30, widespread showers. These are periods of rain coming through, and that kind of alleviates the flooding issue out there. And notice by noon tomorrow, a slight break. Maybe you're going out for lunch tomorrow afternoon. You may get a break. You may not quite need the umbrella, but again, that's why you need that 48 First Alert weather app with you. As we get later into the day, kids getting out of school, a few showers, but your Friday evening plans look a little on the wet side, and temperatures will stay in the 50s. Now, over the next 4 days, we're going with that 80% chance of rain tomorrow and then 50% Saturday. We're going to break this down in just a second, not only here, but all across the southeast. That's where we're going next. But Sunday, beautiful weather for Easter, a little chilly out there for sunrise services, upper 40s and low 50s. Monday looks pretty good too. Now what we're looking at here, this is going to be the southeast. We're going to start with the high resolution model. Then we're going to get to the higher resolution European model, which is a long-range model, and then the GFS model. So the resolution with each one of these is going to get a little different. As we get into Friday, notice a slight break at 6 o'clock in the morning on the GFS model. It's pretty much been all over the place, basically. But notice the heavier rain down here. If you're going to be doing some traveling back in towards Shreveport, Dallas, Houston, maybe connecting flight in and out of there. South Padre, a little wet. Florida looks pretty good, but that's going to change. Over here towards Charlotte, any connecting flights there in Charlotte. May have some delays anywhere you're traveling across the southeast, especially early in the morning. Then as we kind of focus here on the Shreveport area, notice how heavy that rain is from Jackson to Shreveport, just east of Dallas, and then another area kind of flaring back up here northeast of Charlotte. Keep in mind, we still have showers here at home as well. I don't think the graph model's doing a very good job picking that up. But notice how more rain starts moving in here to the Tennessee Valley as well. But Nashville to Memphis, over to Dallas at this time, if you're going to be traveling beyond that point, you're going to be seeing some sunshine out there tomorrow afternoon. But different story as you get farther to the south, though, with the rain kind of merging along the Gulf Coast down into Louisiana. Not the best fishing weather down there for sure. And some stronger storms may move through New Orleans late Friday night into Saturday morning. And then we continue to watch this boundary, which is going to be right about here Saturday morning. And this is, Easter egg hunting is not going to be great. It'll be cool out there, but some showers will continue. But those will start moving away, moving to the east as we approach the noon hour. And I think Florence, Muscle Shoals area, you probably stand a better chance of being dry most of the day Saturday. It's still going to be cool and cloudy. And then as we get into Saturday afternoon, notice how we really finally start to clear out before sunset. But still some clouds, and there's still that wedge of cooler air from Charlotte to Atlanta and that east wind that's bringing that in. If you're going down towards Florida, it's just going to be one of those weekends with scattered showers and storms. Pretty much hit and miss. Very muggy there out across Oklahoma, Kansas, Texas, western Arkansas. Looking really good overall. And then as we continue on here, as we get into Easter Sunday, sunrise services, as I mentioned earlier, a little cool from Charlotte down to Atlanta, over to Huntsville, and even to Memphis, but dry and sunny. Should be a beautiful sunrise. Here comes this cold air damming, this cooler air coming off of the Atlantic, and especially kind of tapping into some of this rain-cooled air as well. Not that that'll make it this far east, but the cooler air will. So that's going to reinforce that northeast wind as we go through the day Sunday. Highs will likely be in the mid to upper 60s. Now, I have increased that just due to the sun angle this time of year. It's just overall a little bit warmer. And if you're going down to Orange Beach, things will clear up during the afternoon, and their winds will be pretty much easterly. So if you head down to the Gulf Coast Sunday into early next week, The east wind is really the best wind to give you that turquoise colored water. That's usually when they take all those pictures along those white sandy beaches down there. So should be beautiful weather down there early on, but that's going to change too, perhaps as early as Monday night and definitely by Tuesday, because there's an area low pressure that's slowly going to lift out of the Gulf. So here we are Sunday evening, maybe traveling back. Great travel weather. You're flying across the southeast. The only exceptions maybe down towards Miami, Fort Myers, those areas. Focusing back to work on Monday. Got to talk about it, right? We'll start off cool again. Notice that cool northeast wind continues in this fashion here with high pressure up to the north over the Virginias. But that's going to break down. And as it breaks down, we get into Tuesday. Notice more rain kind of starting to fire up out here on the outer edge of the high pressure along I-35 from Oklahoma City down to Dallas and then over to Houston down to South Padre Island. One thing we'll watch here Tuesday as we switch here to the GFS model, what we're going to see is this area low pressure down here southeast of New Orleans. So let me kind of circle that area. Doesn't quite show up well as an area low pressure, but that's what it is. This is a cutoff upper level low, weatherman's woe, we often call it that, and it just kind of shifts around. It's just going to drift, and that's what makes it a really hard forecast. And over time, that area low pressure, this is Tuesday evening, over time that's going to start shifting to the north. And as it does so, it's going to start spreading more rain up here overnight Wednesday into Thursday, potentially. Again, this is about a week away, so a lot of uncertainty when we go out that far. But overall, that's the real change to the forecast over the next 10 days involving this cutoff upper level low, and we just honestly don't know exactly where it's going to go. But both models, the GFS and the European, are starting to trend in this direction. So again, I hope you enjoyed that. Again, breaking this down a little bit more. I have 7, 8, 9, 10 minutes, infinity minutes here on YouTube versus on the air. I usually only get about 2:45 to 3.5 minutes. Again, don't forget to subscribe today so you get more notifications. Thanks for tuning in.